You've seen the viral videos. Buy a cheap surplus shipping container, bury it in the backyard, and you have an instant, impenetrable apocalypse bunker. But the reality is darker. The moment you put that container in the ground, it starts caving inward under the massive weight of the dirt. These metal boxes are engineered for one highly specific purpose: ocean transport. They are built to hold immense vertical weight exclusively on their 4 reinforced corner posts. Their thin, corrugated walls and flat roofs possess absolutely no lateral strength, making them structurally incapable of surviving underground. Surviving a grid-down scenario requires abandoning internet hacks. You have to stop treating dirt like a solid mass and start mastering the uncompromising laws of physics. To do that, we are going to walk through the 4 non-negotiable engineering principles required to build a subterranean shelter that actually works. We will cover soil mechanics, active air exchange, thermodynamic moisture control, and operational psychology, because understanding this mathematical reality is the exact difference between securing your family's survival and digging your own steel tomb. Step 1 is understanding the ground itself. The most common mistake amateur builders make is treating the earth as a solid, stationary wall. Below the surface, soil actually behaves like a very heavy, slow-moving liquid that constantly tries to fill any void you dig into it. This diagram illustrates what engineers call lateral earth pressure. Because soil acts like a fluid, it creates a continuous, relentless force pushing thousands of pounds of weight inward against every single side of your buried structure. Looking at the cross-section of a shipping container under this exact same pressure, you can see why they immediately fail. Those thin corrugated sidewalls were designed strictly to repel wind and rain on the open ocean. Under the crushing lateral weight of wet soil, they aggressively buckle. To withstand these forces, you have to use mandatory structural alternatives: precast concrete, heavy steel culverts, or insulated concrete forms, also known as ICF. These materials are geometrically and chemically designed to hold perfectly rigid against continuous soil pressure. Defeating this lateral pressure is your mandatory first step. If your physical shell collapses under the dirt, all your other survival preparations are instantly rendered irrelevant. Once your walls are secure, you face an immediate internal threat known as the vampire problem. Humans are biological engines. You are constantly consuming oxygen and exhausting carbon dioxide. Many amateur bunker designs rely on a single passive PVC pipe sticking out of the ground, hoping it will naturally provide breathable air. That is a lethal misunderstanding of fluid dynamics. Here we see the specific fluid dynamics of carbon dioxide inside a confined space. CO2 is significantly heavier than breathable air. Instead of floating out of a passive pipe, it rapidly sinks and pools at floor level, displacing the oxygen upward. To prevent this, you have to engineer active air exchange. Your intake vents must be placed high on the wall to let fresh air in, and your powered exhaust fans must be placed low to the ground to actively pull that dense sinking gas out of the room. You also absolutely must install a CO2 monitor. Humans lack the sensory ability to smell or taste carbon dioxide, meaning you will not detect the gas before it reaches lethal toxicity levels. Engineering active mechanical air exchange ensures your shelter functions as a life support system, rather than mutating into a self-constructed gas chamber. Now that we have clean air, we need to address temperature. Below the frost line, the Earth maintains a constant freezing environmental baseline of roughly 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Every time you exhale, you release warm, moisture-rich air. When that warm breath hits the freezing cold steel or concrete walls of your underground shelter, a dangerous thermodynamic collision occurs. The immediate result of this temperature differential is rapid, heavy condensation. Within days, the moisture buildup creates a perpetual indoor rainstorm. Sustaining this high humidity leads to an inevitable and highly dangerous consequence: the rapid incubation of toxic black mold, known scientifically as Stachybotrys chartarum. Stachybotrys chartarum rots critical food, clothing, and medical supplies while releasing mycotoxins directly into your lungs. Long-term exposure to these spores results in immune suppression, neurological damage, and respiratory failure. You must implement strict mitigation protocols to survive this environment. This means running powered active dehumidifiers 24/7 and sealing all of your essential supplies in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Mastering subterranean thermodynamics guarantees the moisture in your bunker will not become a biological weapon unleashed against its own occupants. With the mechanics solved, we have to look at the psychological and logistical trap of the dormant bunker, a shelter that is built, sealed, and left completely unused until a disaster strikes. A dormant bunker is a massive liability. If your critical life support systems, your fans, your dehumidifiers, your batteries, aren't tested regularly during peacetime, they will almost certainly fail when a crisis hits. When you deprive the human brain of sensory input and a predictable structure, it begins to manufacture its own reality. Soviet isolation studies from the 1960s showed that subjects trapped in sensory-deprived environments for just 10 days developed symptoms mimicking schizophrenia, ranging from severe paranoia to total dissociation from time. The ultimate solution to this is what we call the Citadel concept. This is the practice of transforming a bunker from a dark, empty box into a highly functional, daily-use ecosystem. You want to operate the space right now. Use it as a working root cellar, an off-grid greenhouse, or a clean, brightly lit, solar-powered workshop where you spend time every single week. By tying the space to your daily, practical routine, you naturally force the constant iteration and maintenance of your air, moisture, and power systems. Creating an active, familiar ecosystem fortifies your mental resilience and guarantees your machinery is battle-tested long before society actually collapses. You now know how to move past the reactive, amateur, dig-a-hole mentality and approach your survival with a proactive, structural engineering mindset. This graphic summarizes the 4 non-negotiable pillars of subterranean survival: structural integrity to defeat lateral pressure, active fluid dynamics to clear carbon dioxide, moisture mitigation to prevent toxic mold, and continuous operational utility to keep your systems running. In an emergency, physics does not negotiate, and hope is not a viable survival strategy. By applying these scientific principles, you replace the fatal risk of a steel tomb with the objective security of a lasting, reliable sanctuary.